So guys, again, I think the idea behind this is, um, in the background, right? We're linked up to, in this case here, GitHub, Jenkins, SonarQube, SemGrep, right? So we're going to, and tools like Gripe, where we're going to ultimately go ahead and actually do all the scanning in the background. So these tools are set up and configured. We're plugged in the source code, and we are in the background constantly monitoring, right? So the workflow there would be, if we find a new vulnerability, we're going to, in this case here, if it just happens to be a vulnerability, but it could be any, and I'll walk through the DBOM in just a moment. But the workflow would be, we'd find a vulnerability, we would send out an alert, right, that says, hey, we found this new vulnerability. That alert would then trigger somebody to come back to the product. So, right, now, if for some reason, like that Log4j, which is a 0-day vulnerability, one of the things that can happen is you'll see in the news, or you'll see from us, hey, there's the CVE that's associated with it. This is a 0-day. So if I do that search, what I get is, okay, here are all the places where libraries that are impacted by this CVE. These are all the applications that are impacted by this CVE. And then here's where those applications are deployed. So in this case here, I've got one that's in production. And then what I do is I carry that search forward. And now I can isolate the actual library that's sitting in production that actually has that CVE. So I can very quickly identify when I get one of those 0 days that's just been announced based on libraries that I already have deployed. I can ultimately isolate where those libraries are, and now I know what I need to do to fix this problem, right? If we were to go back a page, and I were to do that search, I'm looking at, let me search for a vulnerability and do that. Oops. I can ultimately go through the process of understanding where those vulnerabilities are, and then ultimately what I need to do, what libraries I need to go fix, right? So again, we're going to help you search for the vulnerability and then give you that map of exactly where it's deployed in your environment, so you know what you need to go fix. And by the way, we're also going to give you the guidance in terms of what you need to do to fix the problem, right? So it's not just, hey, here's where the vulnerability is. It's, here's what you need to do to fix it. We also, if you need more information on it, we're locked into a generative AI as well, that'll give you a little bit more information about what that thing is and sort of what you should do to fix it as well, in terms of how do I remediate, in terms of upgrade to a newer version of the package. So, and then we tell you which version you need to upgrade to. So again, when those vulnerabilities come in, you can search for them, identify where they are in your stack, and then you'll know right where to go to fix them.